Yo, what's going on YouTube and the 2K community? Hey man, listen, it's been a minute since I've made a video for you guys. There has been a lot of stuff that's been going on. However, I got on PlayStation and I have been, I made a new build. I made a few new builds actually on PlayStation. And there has been a new thing that came out since actually Season 3 came out, where we can change the player's name that we make into whatever name we want. And I'll show you guys what I mean, because a lot of people have been asking me, how do I get the names of the player on the build that I have? And I'm here to show you guys. So if you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have any question, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. And before I even start the video, if you are not following me on Twitch or on TikTok, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch and TikTok. I go live Monday through Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And if you guys want to add me, you can. However, I don't think anybody can find my PSN account for some reason, so I do have to contact PlayStation for that. However, if you come to the stream, I can add you guys if you guys want to, because I do need people to run with on PlayStation. So make sure to add me on there. So without any further ado, let me show you guys the steps on how to do it, how to do this. And please, if you want to do this, follow exactly what I'm doing, okay? And I'll put everything on the screen as well for you guys, so you have an idea of the names. And I'll actually have the link of the names if you guys have NBA 2K Labs. You can see the name. I don't know if you can, if you don't have it, but I'll have it up on the screen regardless for everyone that don't have a subscription to 2K Lab. I don't know if you need a subscription, but I'll have it on the screen anyway. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so for the first step you guys want to do is go ahead and create whatever build that you guys want. So you will go into your My Career and you will go to New and you will create whatever build that you guys want. For me, I did have a build that's created already just for, you know, video purposes. But you will go into here, you will pick whatever you want for all of these. Same thing with the height, weight, wingspan, build. Whatever you guys want this to be, just make the build however you want it to be, given whatever stats and all that. Make sure to go to the end and have the build saved, so that way you can just click on it when you come back in, kind of like making a new build in a sense. So put all the stats that you want on him on here, hit continue, and so on and so forth. Once you got the build saved, like for example, when I back out of here, once the build is on here, then you're fine. Don't worry about the name for right now, because all that is going to change. Okay, so whatever build that you make sure it's on this screen, because you're gonna need him further down the road. Okay, so that's the first step. Make sure to get your build. All right, guys, now this is gonna be the second step. So once you got your player build already finished, back out to the main menu and then go to features, and then go ahead and go to create a player. And you wanna do the NBA player. Now you see I already have two player already created. You guys most likely will have nothing here. So what you will do is you'll click on add a new player. Once you go and add a new player, this is the screen that you guys are gonna be on. At this point, what I am going to do is I will put all the names on the screen for you guys. Whichever name that you want is the player that you wanna pick. Now, some of these players are gonna appear twice, and I'll explain later on down the video on what you'll need to do. But basically, you're gonna be doing the same thing. So I'll explain later on. But for right now, all the names should be on the screen of the player that you want, okay? And you choose whatever player or name that you would like to have. And once you can pause the video or whatever you need to do, take a screenshot, whatnot, okay, or come back to it. Once you decide what name you want, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to import player DNA. For me, I'm going to do Allen Iverson. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to the all-time 76ers, if I can find them here, and I'll choose Allen Iverson. Sheesh. He was in the Nuggets at one point as well. But we'll come back to that later. So where is the 76er at? Let's find the 70. Okay, 76er. So here we have Allen Iverson. And what you want to do is you want to click on his name, clear it, and then do import appearance and attributes. And then once you do the import player and attributes, you're going to click on vitals. Once you click on vitals, you'll leave the name, everything the same. Now, the player that I'm making is a power forward, so the only thing you want to change is the position, whatever position that you made for that build. Make sure to take if you haven't, make sure to take a screenshot of your build and all your heights and everything like that, because you'll need that in order to update this build. So for me, it's going to be power forward. And for secondary, make sure the secondary says NA, and everything else you'll leave the same. Now, he is number 3, and that's going to change as well when we go back and everything like that. I'll show you guys. So for right now, make the player, well, import the player that you want. For me, it's Allen Iverson because I want the name, the answer. Once you've done that, you're going to go to body. Okay. Now here is where things are going to get a little bit complicated for right now. So whatever height your player is, you're going to choose that height. My player was 7 foot. And then he was 256. 256 for the height. And here, so let me put 256. Make sure if your player name does not come out, that means you've messed something up. And the wingspan is where a lot of people are going to mess up on. And I'm going to try to explain this as much as I can and as the most simplest way as I can. So what you guys want to do, the lowest wingspan and the lowest height that we can go, it's 5'7". Okay. And my player is 7 feet. And then my wingspan that I have was 7'10". So what you guys want to do is take 5'7", right? 5 foot 7 inches, and then your wingspan. Since mine is 7'10", the range between 5'7" and 7'10" is the wingspan, and you want to how many inches are between 5'7" and 7'10". Once you figure that out, then you'll minus. So you'll do 5'7". You can even do it on Google, man. You can put in 5 feet 7 inches, and then type in minus 7 foot 10 inches, and it will give you the answer or whatever your wingspan is. Make sure it's the wingspan, not the height. 5'7" minus your wingspan. Okay. Make sure you don't mess that up. Now, once you get that number, you're gonna take that number and you're gonna divide it by 29. So I'm gonna show you guys an example. All right, guys, so I'm gonna show you guys an example of how I did the minus and everything like that. So it will make it a lot more simple for you guys if you guys are having a problem. Just know that if you're gonna do wingspan, it's always gonna be your wingspan, because that's what we're working on here. So you always wanna do 5'7", okay? 5'7" first. So here's what I did. So I went into, I use Bing, Google, whatever you use, and I type in 5 feet, 7 inches, which is the lowest wingspan we can go, and then minus 7 feet, 10 inches, which is negative 27. Don't worry about the negative part. All you're gonna do now is you're gonna do 29. So actually you're gonna do 27. Yeah, so get your calculator out. Let me take this screen off of here real quick, and I'll show you guys as well on what I'm doing. Get my calculator out for everyone. So it's gonna be right here. This should be good for you guys. So you guys can see my little calculator right here. So this is 27. So you're gonna do 27 divided by 29. Okay, and you're gonna have 93. So what you want to do now is go back to your player, and you want to raise this wingspan to a 93. And like I said, everyone else is gonna varies. Use Google, use your calculator, whatever you need to use, you know what I'm saying, to get the right wingspan. So Once you get the right wingspan, don't worry about the shoulder width. You don't have to worry about that. This is the 3 things you need to worry about on this screen. 7 feet is his height. 256 is his weight. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into attributes, and like I said, for video purposes, I already put these in for you guys, so you don't have to watch me do it, which makes everything a lot easier. But the main thing you guys are gonna have to worry about is the driving layup. We don't have post fade. Post control, you're gonna have to put your post control, close shot, mid range. Let me move my camera for you guys. Okay, mid range, 3-pointer, free throws, ball handle. Don't worry about pass IQ, your pass accuracy, offensive rebound. You guys get the drift of, you know, everything you need to upgrade that's on your regular build. If you don't see it on the chart, don't worry about it. Now, going further, the defense, same thing. Make sure to upgrade everything on here. Perimeter defense. Now, one thing about the perimeter defense, I'm gonna come back to in a second. Once you finish this, you're gonna hit the right. Perimeter defense and lateral quickness. Make sure your perimeter defense and your lateral quickness are the same, because they're the same thing. And then continue with everything else. Once you finish that, you don't have to worry about the durability. That means you're done. So once you're done, make sure to go ahead and export this player, and you're gonna save it as, we're gonna save it as new, save player DNA. So I'll do like new, just, oh, I can't even spell new, huh? I'll put a bunch of W's in there. So once you've done that, click on complete and save changes and return. And then go ahead and back out of here. All right, so once you finish creating your player on the create a player screen or import, whatever you need to do on there, you're gonna go to create a roster, okay? Once you go on create a roster, you're gonna do modern day current roster, and then you're gonna do official 2K Sports roster. Now, here's where things might get a little bit tricky, because depending on the name that you want your player to be, for example, Mamba or The Answer or whatever name that you want it to be, there might be multiple player on the game, and you're gonna need to update multiple players, okay? So what I did was, instead of looking through everything for all the players, all you need to do is I hit the wrong button. Hit the L1 button on your controller or left bumper, and you're gonna go to all player. Make sure it says all player at the top, and you want to click on your triangle button on your PlayStation or the X button on your Xbox to sort by name. Okay. Once you do the sort by name, so for here, you know, you have it by A. See how many different? There's 2 different Abdul-Jabbar. So that's what I was referring to before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down to Allen Iverson, which he's gonna be all the way down to God knows where. But same thing with all the players. Make sure you guys are upgrading the right player or importing the right player, because this is a way you can mess up as well. So let me, I'll find Allen Iverson, and we'll continue from there. All right, guys, once you get to Allen Iverson, see there are 2 Allen Iverson. So we need to edit both of these Allen Iverson. So make sure that you guys are updating all the players. So if you're doing Michael Jordan, you're gonna have to update a lot of Michael Jordans, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the first one. I'm gonna click on edit player. Once you click on edit player, you're gonna do import. Make sure, let me take my camera off for you guys again. You're gonna go click on import player DNA. This time we're gonna do load your one that you just created, your player that you just created, and you're gonna go to my files, okay? And this is the one that we did, which was the new. So we're gonna import appearance and attributes. And then, of course, he'll have everything. that our last player have. Okay, so once you do this, yeah, everything is updated. So once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and click on complete, and make sure to keep changes and return. And then we're gonna do the same thing again for the second Allen Iverson. Same thing, edit player, then you go to import, load, new, import appearances, and then complete. All right, once you do that, you're gonna back out. You're gonna save roster, and then you're gonna save your file. So we're gonna save this as the same thing, new, a bunch of W's. It doesn't really matter. And then it's gonna ask you for description. We don't care. So right here, guys, make sure you hit on yes. Okay, yes, because if you click on no, you're gonna have to redo it again. So make sure to hit yes, and it's gonna save. Now, on to the next part. All right, guys, now for this next part, I honestly don't think it's necessary, but I'll just do it just to show you guys anyway. So once you finish everything, you created your player, you create the roster, update the roster, whatever you need to do, you're gonna back out all the way to play now. Okay, once you go to play now, you're gonna go to the blacktop section. You're gonna do the 1v1, and make sure to let me show you guys. So click on the let me take off my camera again. You click on the R3 or the L3 to change the roster. And when you do that, you want to click on the user created roster. When you click on user created roster, you're gonna go over to your file, and you're gonna click on the new file that we created, and you're gonna load it. Once you do that, you're gonna pick a side, press start. And for here, since these are just regular NBA players and Allen Iverson is from the other era, we're gonna press on triangle or Y button on the Xbox controller to switch to the classic teams. And since Allen Iverson was with the 76ers, we're gonna go ahead and click on the 76ers, which is right here. And you click on Allen Iverson, and obviously you can see he is taller. I mean, you can start the game or whatever you want to do, but you don't really have to go that far. All you want to do is back out of here. Let me put my camera back on for you guys. So all you want to do is back out of here. Like I said, I don't think this part is really necessary, but just to be sure, go ahead and do that step just for whatever purpose. And then, so once you're done basically with all the hard stuff. I know this video is going to be kind of long because I'm taking you guys step by step, but trust me, it's a fast process. Okay. So the next step I'm going to show you guys is basically, it's just flying through everything. It's really easy. So once you finish everything like that, you're going to go to my career, and then you're going to go to, basically you're going to click on here. And what you're going to do now is you're gonna create on the build that you guys wanted. Okay, so you're gonna have this build right here that's created already that you guys wanted. You're gonna click on edit, click on yes. The only thing that you guys are gonna have to change, whatever player that you make, whatever their number is, make sure to pick that number. Now, as far as the hand, I don't think it matters on the hand. But if you mess up, make sure the hand is the same as the person that you want, okay? That's all that matters. Just make sure to change it on that end. But everything is the same. I don't think Allen Iverson, was he right-handed? I don't remember. But it's right-handed. Just the number 3 jersey is gonna change, and everything else stays the same. So these two are the main thing you have to worry about. I really don't believe that the hand matter, but the jersey number, I don't know if that matter either, but we'll just go with the flow, okay? So you click on continue, everything else stays the same. Click on continue, click on continue. The badges really don't matter. So whatever badge that you guys want, you can choose any badge. It really doesn't matter for the badges. Click continue, yes. And then once you get out here, it's gonna show you like the build that you would get. And then it's gonna switch to the Allen Iverson, which is the answer. And there you go. Now, if you mess up any step, go back and check. The one spot I did mess up on was the wingspan. Make sure the wingspan is correct. And make sure all your attributes are identical as your player. Like I said, the only thing that might mess you up as well is the hand or the number 3, which I don't think that should mess you up at all. So, like I said before, I know this video is gonna be kind of long. However, if you got this far into the video, I appreciate you guys. If you are not tuning into my my Twitch channel, make sure to come by the Twitch channel, man. Show some support. I am trying to get partner on Twitch. And drop a like if this video helped you guys, and make sure to share it with your friends. And if you have any questions, make sure to drop it in the comment section below, and follow me on social media as well, man. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Make sure to follow me and ask any questions. And if you would like me to add you, or if you want to add me on PlayStation, everything will be on the top of the screen. Make sure you guys add me, and in the description below. So until next time, I will be making a build video for you guys. So I will catch you guys later. I'm out for the night. Peace out. That's a replay, buddy. That's a replay.